Act 2 of The African Queen, starring Humphrey Bogart as Mr. Allnut and Greer Garson as Rose. It's the following morning, and the African Queen wheezes her way down the river. Mr. Allnut is at the rusty engine, administering with tools and frequent kicks of his experienced foot. And now suddenly what he is dreading is upon them. The sluggish river has turned into whirlpools and rapids.
Well, miss, how'd you like it?
Like it?
White water, rapids.
Oh, I never dreamed of it.
I don't blame you for being scared, miss. Ain't nobody in his right mind ain't scared of white water.
I was about to say that I never dreamed that any mere physical experience could be so stimulating.
Huh? How's that, miss?
I've seldom known such excitement. A few times in my dear brother's tournament, when the spirit was really upon him, I felt...
Well, you mean you want to go on?
But of course I do.
Miss, you're crazy.
Oh, I must say, I'm filled with admiration for your skill, Mr. Allnut. Do you suppose that after I practice steering a bit more, that someday I might try?
Miss, let me tell you something. Those rapids back there ain't nothing to what's in front of us.
Oh, I can hardly wait.
But, miss...
Oh, now that I've had a taste of it, I don't wonder that you love boating, Mr. Allnut.
Boating? Excuse me, miss, I need a drink.
Mr. Allnut, if something's the matter, please, I must know.
It's nothing you'd understand.
You're drinking gin again, Mr. Allnut.
Yes, miss, I sure am.
It's been such a pleasant day up until now. What is it that's driving you to drink, Mr. Allnut?
All right. I'll tell you. It's all your foolish talk about us going on into the lake, all this crazy talk about the Louise. Well, we ain't gonna go.
Well, of course we are. What an absurd idea.
What an absurd idea. What an absurd idea.
Why don't you want to go on?
Because of the river and the rapids and then Shona.
Shona? Oh, yes, where the Germans have a fort.
Yeah, you're darn right, Shona. Just one bullet in that blasting gelatin missing, we'd be little bits and pieces.
Then we'll go by the fort at night.
Oh, no, we won't?
Then we'll go by day. We can go on the far side of the river, speeding along just as fast as ever we can.
We ain't gonna go speeding along any place.
You agreed to go.
I never did. I never agreed to anything.
Mr. Allnut, you are a liar. And what is worse than that, a coward.
No! Coward's yourself. You ain't no lady, no, miss. That's what my poor old mother would say to you. My poor old mother would say to you. Whose boat is this, anyway? I asked John because I was sorry for you. That's what you get for feeling sorry for people. Well, I ain't sorry for you anymore. You're a crazy, psalm-singing, dried-up old maid.
Mr. Allnut, you are drunk.
Not half what I'm going to be, either. There was a bold fisherman set sail for Port Pimlico to catch the bold piggy and the game axe. Oh, miss. Oh, my head. Oh, how pity, miss.
Mr. Allnut, you are still intoxicated.
Oh, the gin. That's gin you're pouring into the river.
Indeed it is.
Oh, you don't know what you're doing, miss. I'll perish without a hair of the dog.
Look at you, reeling about helplessly.
Oh, my head. Oh, my head. I'm warning you, miss. That gin ain't your property.
It's no one's property now. 21 empty bottles floating on the waves. And I'm glad.
Oh, a criminal, that's what you are. Oh, I'll die. Then what'll you do? I'll suffer and die, and I'll float on the wave. It's all you're doing, you hear? You did it all. Oh.
Oh, it's you. Good morning.
I look different, huh? Yeah, I shaved. Oh, I see you're reading your Bible. It's a good thing to have a lady aboard, miss. Sets a man a good example. A man alone, well, he gets to living like a hog. And too with me, it's always put things off. But with you, miss, it's business before pleasure every time. I tell you, it's like an inspiration. And that old engine, I ain't got that old engine so clean in years. Just look at her, miss. You don't care. I only had some clean clothes like you. Now you, why, you could be at high tea. Say, that's an idea, miss. How about a nice little cup of tea? How's the book? How about reading it out loud? I could do with a little spiritual comfort myself. And you call yourself a Christian, don't you? Don't you, huh?
You're behaving like an infant.
And how are you behaving? You're just plain mean. Man takes a drop too much once in a while. It's only human nature.
Nature, Mr. Allnut, is what we're put into this world to rise above.
I'm sorry. I apologize for getting so drunk. What more can a man do? Besides, you paid me back. Didn't even leave me a drop. Have a heart, miss. Say something. I don't care what it is, but you gotta say something.
So you think it was your nasty drunkenness I minded?
Oh, what else?
You promised me that you'd go down the river.
Miss, listen to me. There's death 1,000 times down there. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but don't blame me. Blame the river.
You promised.
Well, I'm taking my promise back. All right, miss, you win. As the crocodiles will be glad to hear. Down the river we go.
Thank you, Mr. Allnut.